Welcome to Bitches of Horror, and I'm here with Dave Jackson, who is the director of Cat Sick Blues. And yeah, it's so great to meet with you, Dave. I'm
Quite
sure.
a weird chance encounter
Yeah.
in Osaka, Japan.
Yeah, really. I'm sure you know that we're big fans of yours, and we really appreciate you taking the time to do this with us.
No props.
And first of all, we're wondering, how's life in Osaka treating you?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. As you can see, it's a really beautiful place. It's like really clean and lots of like interesting characters around. So yeah, no, I love living here. It's awesome.
Yeah. Do you find any artistic inspiration here, or?
Definitely, yeah. That was one of the main reasons I wanted to come here, was to make some films here. I've been here a year now and I haven't done that yet, but I hope to pretty soon. So yeah, definitely.
Have you been to any cat cafes yet?
To be honest, I only went to one cat cafe. I don't really like the cats at cat cafes.
No, they're like
really,
drugged.
yeah, they're all like gross and very pampered and very inbred. And yeah, I don't know. We went to one and like a cat like bit deep throated my finger, like trying to attack it, not in like a weird sexual way, but like yeah. So yeah, that was my first and last cat cafe in Osaka.
Well, we actually have that type of question. If you were to get bit by one and gain superhuman abilities, what would your superhero name be, and what are your powers?
From a cat.
From a cat.
Oh. Well, that's quite a curveball question. I don't know, don't cats like have really dirty mouths? Like they're like full of diseases? So I guess I'd like develop like really horrible diseased-filled teeth, and then I just like bite people and give them some horrible illness that they can't recover from, or like makes them like infertile or something.
So you'd be a villain.
Probably, yeah. Oh, sorry, did you say superhero? Well,
I did, but you could be a superhero villain.
I could buy bad people.
Or you could buy, exactly,
well,
it could be like a anti...
Yeah, it could be like a vigilante, like Charles Bronson style character, yeah.
So, you know, being in Osaka and everything, you've been here for a year now?
Yeah.
What are your must-visit, must-see places?
Ooh, also a good question. My favorite place is a place called Expo Commemorative Park, but it's got like multiple names. I can't remember if that's the most common one. Have you been there before?
No.
So it's got this demented statue there called the Tower of the Sun.
That sounds super Japanese.
I cannot remember who it's designed by, but basically this park was like a spot where they had like an expo in 1970 where all these countries came to show off different things about their country, and it's just so 1970, and the statue itself is really overwhelming. Like, it's really big and disturbing, and I really can't do it justice explaining it.
Yeah.
If you're planning to come to Osaka, don't Google it. Just go there. Go there.
Google Map
it out. Yeah, but don't look at any pictures of it, because it's such a shock when you see it for the first time.
That's cool.
So yeah, that'll be my number one. And I guess I'm also a big fan. There's a cafe called Mazuro in Nishiyu Meadow, which is like, it hasn't changed since like the early 70s. So it's like a salaryman cafe / bar, and the whole design of it is just completely early 70s, and everyone that works there also looks like they've been there since the early 70s as well. So that's pretty amazing too. Yeah.
Nice. So, as your career as a filmmaker,
I don't know if I called it a career.
Well, your passion for it.
Yeah, that's better.
Do you have any plans, like in the immediate future, to produce anything new, or like collaboration with local talent?
Yeah, I'd like to. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted because there's a man urinating off to our side, and he's really
going for it.
Yeah, he's just like out in public, and that's the second time we've seen him urinate tonight. So,
like 10 minutes.
Yeah. No, I'm making. I've set a date to shoot a music video here for this band I really like. So that's like, I guess, the first film-related thing I'll do here. I've also got a short film that I was planning to do like when I first came here, but then I kind of struggled to like connect with like actors here. Like, I don't feel like that doesn't really feel like there's much set up in the way of like finding amateur kind of actors and stuff. So, and it's hard to like to do that without seeming like a creep as well. It's like, oh, I'm making a movie. Do you want to be in my movie? Come on, it'll be fun.
Well, lots of people do here. They come up to you like, oh, you want to talent?
Yeah, so it's hard to try and not seem like a creep. So I've got like a business card that has like a thing written in Japanese on the back that I believe says that I'm not a creep, so I can give that to people and go. But then I've made the mistake of putting a creepy cat picture there.
But
So
Japanese people love cats.
that's true. Probably not men dressed up as cats though. Like I
mean,
don't
it
know.
could be, maybe they think it's like a comedy thing and not like a.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I should be honest with them as well.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but I do. The dream is to make a feature here, and I have like an idea that I'm like desperate to do. But I just need to start making some shorter things first.
Do you not think you can? I mean, if you're looking for a Japanese person, I guess it could be harder. If you want like people who aren't Japanese, do you think that some people would come here out of like free will?
Yeah, well, like Matt, who started in Cat Sick Blues, before I left Australia, we had written a film. So me, Andrew, who wrote Cat Sick Blues, and Matt had written a film idea together. But I'm very like, I go off ideas very quickly, so I kind of lost interest in it when I came here. So yeah, he would come over, but I'd rather make something with an all Japanese cast while I'm here, because I may as well take advantage of that. But my problem is as well is I don't really like professionals like actors. I kind of prefer people who are a little bit
amateur.
More, yeah, and people who are like kind of cast for their, you write a character for a person.
Yeah.
And like I just feel like that gives it more like real performance. So that's also hard because you have to basically approach people that you see in the street or you become friends with. So
That's cool. So what does the future hold for Cat Sick Blues? Do you have any news you can share with us about, outside distribution?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but there will be something happening soon with distribution that is not, it's like out in Australia, and that's kind of the only place that it's out at this point, but it will finally be released somewhere else soon.
Has it been difficult to like find? Or have you just not?
Yeah, it's difficult in the sense that
it takes time.
I didn't know what I was doing, so I think if I went back in time, I probably would have just taken the cut of like getting someone else to do all that stuff for me, and then it would have like a wider release. So I kind of like had been given the advice like, no, don't do that, like seek out smaller distributors, but it's just too hard, especially when you have no interest in that side of the filmmaking process. So I think it's partly my laziness and partly not wanting to, like being very careful about what places put it out as well, just because of bad experiences I've had in the past with that sort of thing. Yeah, it's like the worst part of making a film. Like no one enjoys that. Like it's just awful. Like who would?
It's all like the paperwork, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But even like the pre-production paperwork is more interesting than that. I feel
but then you're like getting into like doing the film, so you're like, yes. After you've done it, it's like,
right.
oh well, we're done.
Yeah. That's what is annoying. I remember like seeing. Do you remember like a few years ago there was like a famous interview with Bruce Willis just being a real prick, and he's just like. It's like some press interview, and he's like, we've done the fun part. We've like made the film. Like this is the part we hate doing. Like to this guy interviewing him, and it's like that's so true. Like even though he was being a prick in that interview, that's 100% true. I hate not this part. I'm enjoying this, but like like you just want it to be over when you finish a film. You're like, okay, that was really stressful and a horrible experience. I just want it to be over now. But no, you have to go through all of that, like promotion and all this stuff, which as a person who's not like I don't like being very public, and I'm quite a private person, so all that sort of thing is really uncomfortable to do.
I can understand that. You kind of need like a PR person.
That's true. Yeah, I should.
To like be your face.
Yeah. that would be good. Yeah.
So the film has been in circulation for about a year now, or more than a year now. How do you think the reception has been in the horror community, or just the film community in general?
Mixed, I think, would probably be the right way to put it. I don't know, it's hard for me to judge because I can't bring myself to read reviews whether they're positive or negative. But yeah, I feel like it's gotten pretty, it's had some great stuff said about it. It's also had a lot of made people much angrier than I thought it would as well. And it does surprise me that I sometimes see comments about it like pop up on YouTube or Reddit or whatever that are like, this is like the most upsetting film I've seen, like the most. I'm like, really? Like,
How?
I have seen so much worse. I
Yeah.
feel like it's really not that bad.
No,
like,
I mean,
yeah.
there's some like sick stuff in it, but like it's still
much
quite
worse.
light. Like
Yeah,
it's
like
like
not
fun.
that bad,
I mean,
yeah.
I found the film very fun. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Also, I had no idea what I was getting into,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I thought it was fantastic, and yeah, it
I've
just
seen
like caught me
much-
really apart.
Yeah, I've definitely seen so much.
There's so much
stuff,
worse. Yeah. I mean, there's films where they actually like kill real cats, and that's
Yeah.
worse in my opinion.
I don't
but
like that.
No.
Yeah, I saw a film that did that, and it like traumatized me.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
Do you like cats?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love cats. Yeah, cats are awesome.
Where did you find the cat dick?
Find it? Oh, we had it specially made.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
How did
actually
that-
pretty funny because like we Andrew Gallagher, who wrote the film with me, we were like trying to save money on the film. There was this one really stupid point when we were like trying to make the film. We're like, oh, it's going to be so expensive. Let's just do everything ourselves. So we were like going to literally do the effects and props and everything ourselves. And we tried to like make the cat dick. I think there's like still photos of it up on our Facebook somewhere. And it is just the stupidest shit. Like there's these models that we were trying to build, and they just look like a kindergarten kid's trying to make like a mountain, spiky mountain or something like that. It's just terrible. So we gave up pretty quickly, and this guy Dieter Barry, he's like a prop maker. He's like an amazing guy. I knew him from a short that I'd made years ago, so I thought, I'll contact him and see if we can afford it. And we decided in the long run it was worth it to have that disgusting cat penis. So yeah.
What did he say? Like, getting that kind of orders, like, hey, I mean, I guess he's made some sick stuff before, but like, hey, I want a cat dick. Was it the first cat dick he's made?
It's the first cat dick he's made. I was genuinely sweating bullets when I was like really uncomfortable asking him about it. And I'm like, yeah, it's like it's pretty weird. Just well, cats, right? They got dicks, and oh shit. And so I was really uncomfortable asking him. But he was like, oh yeah, no, that. He like totally didn't even blink. He was just like, yeah, no problem. And later on, he told us that he just finished making like a giant penis for a stage show that like actually was like some kind of like came, like it was a big dick that like came.
Sounds like something out of like a Rammstein video.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, he's had dick making experience, but it was his first cat dick. Yeah, he had to research what cat dicks.
Yeah, I was about to say like you'd have to like delete all your history after that.
So I think he had some pretty hilarious suggestions after he had that. It's so funny when that happens. That happened to me for like a year. I made this short film about adult babies, and for no shit, like a fucking year or something after making it, if I went onto eBay, I'd be like, hey, check out these adult diapers. Like, do you like adult diapers? Check out these. And I'm like, no.
I'm done with that. I don't want it anymore. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but are you happy with with Cat Sick Blues? Are you happy with how it turned out? Is there anything you would do different?
Oh yeah, I do so many things differently, but you can never really be.
You never know it.
You can never be happy with. I would question anyone who's happy with something.
Okay, well, are you satisfied? Like, are you okay with it, or do you absolutely hate it?
It's not a matter of hate or love. It's just when you finished a film, it's done, but you can never watch it as a film. Like I can't even see it as a film.
You know everything that happened behind the scenes and everything.
So I know every mistake in it. I know everything, every little shot that I would do differently. So it's more of a frustrating experience, like watching it. There's really nothing good about making films, to be honest. Like it's a pretty awful. Like it's very stressful to make it.
Yeah, it is.
There's moments of fun, but yeah, I feel like you're kind of just driven to do it, whether it's a nightmare.
Get your ideas out.
Yeah. So no, I'm not. I wouldn't say there are moments in it that I'm really happy are in there.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of like the other people's work in it, like that I can separate myself from. So I'm really proud of like Matt Bourne's performance because like you know, he wasn't like an actor before this, and I think he's amazing in it.
His
And,
little like jump dance thing was
that's
so
pretty fun.
good. Yeah.
And I'm happy that I got to work with an actress that's as good as she as well.
Yeah.
And I think that Liz's makeup work and Dita Barry's work is amazing as well. So I can enjoy aspects of it, but as a whole, yeah, I can
It's
see
hard, yeah.
all the problems with it. Yeah. So it's tough to. You can't really.
But you
watch
don't
it.
regret it.
Oh no.
No, you don't.
Yeah, there are days. There have been times, like some of the when people miss or like have it. I shouldn't say misread because you can't really judge how someone reads a film. But when people read the film differently to how it's intended, that stuff really, really bugs me and really makes me kind of go like, fuck. Well, I'm not gonna try and do something like that again.
It's difficult with like art though because people perceive things differently depending on their past, like, you know, things that have happened to them, or, you know. Because I know there's a lot of movies. I know that what was it called? The Love Witch. That was like that too. She was really, you know, pissed off that people didn't get what she wanted.
Sort of certain way. Yeah.
And while I understand that from a maker, at the same time as a viewer, even though I might not have gotten what you wanted people to get, I still enjoyed it for what I saw it, usually. And like, I mean, I don't know. If that helps, you know. I still, you know.
Yeah. I don't mind, like, it's fine to have, different interpretations, but it's when you, like, I don't know, some of the things that...
Like when they took it as something disgusting, you know.
Yeah, like, it's more like comments about, like, misogyny and things like that really, like, deeply upset me.
Something you're totally against.
Yeah, and it's like, sometimes I feel, I don't know, I almost feel like at the point that we're at, it feels like you can't make a film about if you make something about a subject, people will react to it as if it is that, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I found, that's people, how people read it, and they, you know, maybe I didn't do it in a kind of way that made it clear enough what the intentions were, but that stuff like that is distressing.
Yeah, I can understand that. Well, neither me nor Sarah thought it was misogynistic in any way, but and we don't think you're a misogynist.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I am.
Okay, you are. Yeah, the film wasn't. Okay. All right, we got that straight now. But yeah, so I think that's all for our questions today. But it was really nice meeting you, and thank you so much for you know, doing this for us. And I'm sorry we had some technical issues before this, but I'm sorry for all that as well.
Yeah, no, thanks for flying all the way.
Yeah, it was just for this. Yeah, it was just for this.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you know, thank you for watching, and stay horrific. Bye.